Devouring time, blunt thou the lion's paws, and make the earth devour her own sweet brood. Pluck the keen teeth from the fierce tiger's jaws, and burn the long-lived phoenix in her blood. Make glad and sorry seasons as thou fleet'st, and do whate'er thou wilt, swift-footed time, to the wide world and all her fading sweets. But I forbid thee one most heinous crime. O carve not with thy hours my love's fair brow, nor draw no lines there with thine antique pen. Him in thy course untainted do allow, for beauty's pattern to succeeding men. Yet do thy worst, old time, despite thy wrong. My love shall in my verse ever live young.
Hello everybody! It's me, Tim, the Tim I'm Lord. It's a confusing theme, to be sure. We've kind of skirted between the concept of time, like the dimension of time, and also the herb itself. They're both going to be featuring tonight. Welcome to Happening episode 19. I'm glad that you're here. It's a pleasure to be bringing you the show today. We've got so much stuff. We're just going to get right into it. I want to know how you're going. People in the comments, g'day. I see you there. 24 people already. Hell to the yes. Let me know how you're doing, how your day is, what's happening in your world. We don't even have, maybe we'll get time to look at the chooks later, but not now. We've got too much to get through. Look at this desk, filthy, because I didn't have time to clean it because we've got so much fantastic content to throw at your face. We've got a lot coming up, folks. You better believe we've got a couple parts of Loud Cooking, our final edition of that for this season. I'm calling this a season now. We're doing 20 episodes and that's a season. So the next episode is going to be a best of. So this is the last like real themed one. You see what I'm saying? If you want to get in touch, you can. Mainly comment in the comment section here on YouTube, but also throughout the show I periodically will be checking thisishappeningshow@gmail.com and the Twitter as well. If you go to happeningshow.com, it's got all the links for all the social medias and the whatnots and the who's its. We've got Are You Smarter Than a New Zealand Celebrity? Who's our celebrity going to be this episode? Who knows, man? Could be someone real famous. You just have to stick around and see. We've got a multi-part submission from Sudsy. Great to see Sudsy back in the game, chucking us some stuff. But first, some on-brand submissions here for the theme. Look at this. This is from Tyler, who sent us a time machine that he constructed. This is just phenomenal stuff and the perfect way, I think, to kick off a show. Look at this, attention to detail. Love this. A stop-go button there. Obviously some high-tech components that Tyler's put together to allow us to travel around time together. It's a funny old idea, time travel. Don't think about it too hard. Your brain will fucking melt. I'm so glad people have sent lots of stuff in today because I tell you what, this guy right here is suffering from something that happened in my recent past, which was a little get-together on Saturday because apparently I'm too old and my body doesn't work anymore. Let us rip into the first part of a 4-part adventure this evening of Sudsy submissions and see what he's been up to. In fact, I'm going to get, here's a quick little, oh, look at that, a little tease, little chyron, and a little suggestion at what's coming up for his 4-part special. But enough from me. Here's some bloody fair dinkum Aussie legends.
People are always asking me, Lachlan, who is your hero? And without fail, I will always tell them, Felix Baumgartner. The Austrian daredevil, the man who jumped from space and broke the sound barrier. Amazing. All of my life I have been trying to follow in Big Felix's big Austrian footsteps, trying to have the same sort of adventures that he has. And that's why we're here. Me and my friend Shannon are about to kick off a day of pure adventures, pulling bits of paper out from a bum bag and doing whatever they say, so that hopefully we can make Felix proud. Alrighty. Okay. Do you want to be the first one to pull something out, or do you want me to? Alright, Shannon. Here we go. You ready? No.
Oh well, that's crazy.
What?
Buy lunch or a drink for a stranger.
Alright.
Alright.
Well, let's do it. It's not lunchtime.
Yeah.
Breakfast. Does a stranger want a drink? Coffee?
Coffee. Yeah, people drink coffee. We can buy some coffee. Let's find a coffee shop and someone lining up in it.
Yeah, that's a very good idea. Okay.
I got ideas.
I was going to go up to people and say, hey, do you want a coffee?
Do you want a drink? It's fine, I promise.
Let's go find a coffee shop.
The Oxford English Dictionary defines coffee as a hot drink made from coffee powder and boiling water. The fine people of Sydney define it as something they really do not want for free.
Not for me, thanks, I'm driving.
Whether you offer to buy a passerby a morning pick-me-up, ask a rail worker if you can grab him some Java juice to start his day, or even tell a cafe patron that you'll cover the cost of their cup of joe. Nobody wants a free coffee. I was on the back foot with that rail worker right from the outset though, so.
You look like you're working very hard.
Oh, I'm actually on break at the moment.
Nice.
How long have we been trying for? A while. I reckon about 30 minutes, 40 minutes. No one wants to take it. Everyone's very suspicious of us and they just say no.
Despite all the difficulties, Shannon and I remained in high spirits.
I hate this so much.
This was meant to be a day of fun.
And the universe rewarded that attitude by sending us this lovely man named
Baptiste. Baptiste?
Matisse? Oh, Baptiste. Okay, right.
Back from Belgium.
In many ways, it made sense that it was a Belgian who accepted our offer for a free coffee. But in other, far more real ways, it didn't. Names and hidden meanings aside, Shannon and I were immensely grateful for Baptiste's arrival, and he seemed grateful for us.
You'll pay for that?
Yeah.
Of course. That's nice.
So into a cafe we went, where Baptiste got his free cappuccino, and we successfully completed our first adventure.
Okay.
I think I cut Sudsy short. Fuck me. We're off to a flying start, aren't we? Good times. Very sorry about that, Sudsy. I'm going to see if I can figure out how we bloody sort that out later. But I think we got the most of that first part there of 4 parts of Sudsy's adventures. Right now, we've got to race and get into the title screen. Check this out. Oh, it's time to have a chat to AJ. Can I hear you? Can you talk, AJ? Just talking? AJ. My dude.
Hello.
Hey, you got to actually say something or else I definitely can't hear you.
I can only sometimes hear you and I can't see you.
Oh, wow. How about that? That's kind of cool.
Are we on?
Yeah, absolutely right. We're live, baby, as they say in the biz that we call show. Can you not hear me too good?
I can hear you incrementally.
I don't even know what that means, AJ, in this context. What is incrementally?
I can hear you right now.
Okay, that's great.
I can hear you right now.
Okay, awesome. Hey, buddy, we're here to play a beautiful little game that we play sometimes, which is Cheese Dreams or actual movies. One of those things comes from your brain. Oh, I think I know what's going on here. I'm going to try and fix it while I'm chatting to you, mate. First of all, how have you been, AJ? I'm still recovering from a weekend. It was like the Prime Minister let us see some of our friends and I went too far. I did too much.
Yeah. Yeah, I may have done something similar, but I think I've recovered from the weekend, though. I think I've had enough days gone by, but I'm a little bit younger than you, so maybe that's it.
You're able to bounce back, my friend. You think you're better than me?
Not at all.
Hey, dude.
I can feel my body is one day not going to be good enough to do these things.
Well, you got to enjoy the time while you have it, my man. You know what I mean? Hey, tell me. Let's get into this bit.
Yes.
Give me some plots, and I'm going to determine, and so is the beautiful audience watching live, if it is an actual movie, because you are a film aficionado, but you're also a fan of cheese.
Yep. All right. So I'm a little bit nervous because it's like you're in another room in a tunnel, but I'm making out bits and pieces. So hopefully I'll be able to give you the answers if you get them right or wrong.
I see. Can you hear me a little bit better now, perhaps?
Right. So the first one
Can you hear me a little bit better now? It seems like that's a hard no. Can you not hear me at all now? Very good. All right, AJ, hello. Can you hear me now? Oh boy, this is going swimmingly. This is not the day for this, I tell you that. AJ, hey buddy, go. Can you hear me?
What's up?
Yeah, give me a plot.
Okay. The first film I've got for you, Tim, or Cheese Dream, is called Time Crimes. It is a 2007 Spanish sci-fi movie about a man named Hector must stop his other selves from continuing to exist, who are referred to in the film as Hector 2 and Hector 3, all while evading a mysterious man wrapped in red bandages, who is eventually revealed to be none other than Hector himself.
I'm going to say real. I reckon that's a real-ass movie. And now we play the funnest game of all. Has AJ heard what I've said? It's real, I reckon. Real, I tell you.
I can hear you right now, so maybe I'll catch it if you say it now.
Movies. It's a movie plot. I think it's a real-ass film.
It is an actual film. It premiered at Fantastic Fest in Austin, Texas in September 2007. I've seen it a while ago. It was really good.
Fantastic. All right, give me your next plot. And if I fuck out, AJ, you just keep going, man. You just tell me what the answer is.
Okay. This next one is called Skinner. It is a 2015 Australian short film about two friends who get into a heated argument regarding the Simpsons character Principal Skinner, which ultimately results in their friendship falling apart. The film is 15 minutes long and includes an unbroken 6-minute scene where one of the two friends is sitting in his high school class in complete silence while he and everyone else in the room can hear the other friend in the corridor telling someone how much he hates the other guy in extreme soul-crushing detail.
That sounds like something that came from you, bud.
You're right. You're on form today, Tim. That was a cheese dream. I made some Palm Heroes a few weeks back, and this was the dream that I was rewarded with.
What is a Palm Hero?
It's like a sandwich where you put mozzarella and parmesan over. We made 3 types. You can do it with fried chicken, meatballs, or eggplant, and we made all 3, and they were delicious.
Oh, dang. Nice one. And good for the creative juices. Get those storylines going. Oh, I love that.
Yeah. There were some people in the comments a few weeks back who were asking the best cheese to dream ratio. And I thought that was interesting, that something like Parmesan, I think, hurts your tummy more. So when your tummy hurts, you have crazier dreams, I think. I think there's a correlation between those two things.
Dang, so you get the creativity out of the pain. That's a classic, like, can we get the art without the suffering kind of a dilemma, you know?
Exactly. Yeah.
All right, bud. Well, I'm on a hot streak.
Right.
What's the next one?
Yep. Let's go. Getting Lucky, also known as Wish Me Luck, is a 1990 American fantasy comedy film which follows a high school senior named Bill who discovers an alcoholic leprechaun in a beer bottle named Lepke, who must grant Bill 3 wishes before he's allowed to return to Ireland. Bill goes on multiple leprechaun magic-powered sexual exploits, which in 2020 we probably would consider problematic now. And the film ends with a scene where some kind of mythical god figure appears out of nowhere riding this time, so 1 on each foot, followed by a scene where some nerds and jocks engage in a fencing battle using shish kebabs.
What year did you say this came out? Oh no, fuck me. AJ, my dude, are you there?
Yes.
What year did this
hello.
film happen in?
1990.
I reckon that's real. I'll give that a real film as well.
Bro, you're on form, dude. It is an actual film.
Yes.
This was recommended to us by Craig. The film has a Wikipedia page, but not a Rotten Tomatoes page, which is a very bad sign of a movie's quality.
That's a terrible...
The critics haven't even bothered to look at it.
Yeah, that's a bad limbo space for a film to exist in, because you've got enough notoriety to sort of be internet famous, but obviously for all the wrong reasons. What would you, if you had to guess, like, what do you reckon this movie's Rotten Tomatoes score would be?
I haven't actually seen it, but from the Wikipedia plot description, it looks like we're going sub 10, I would expect.
Single digits.
Something, maybe 7 or 8, I reckon.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go. I feel good. I reckon this is going to be my first ever clean sweep on this segment. I'm fucking pumped.
Okay, we've got two left. We'll see if you can get them.
Okay.
Are you familiar with the Rayman video games?
Yes.
Yep. Okay, so Rayman the animated series is a very rare and ultimately abandoned TV series adaptation of the popular French/British/Canadian video game series Rayman. The series aired 4 out of its 5 produced episodes before being cancelled and seemingly stripped from existence in 1999. Confusingly, the plots of the show did not appear to take place canonically within the Rayman video game universe, as outside of the titular hero, the 4 episodes repurposed previously established character designs from the games as completely different people in the series. So you recognize characters, but they've got completely different personalities and relationships with other characters.
This one is also absolutely real because I've seen the pilot episode. It's quite hard to find online, but it's all about Rayman is trapped inside of a circus carnival situation with all of his freaky friends, and he's got to bust them out. And it's a combination of quite a terrifying storyline, but also the animation style, because it's sort of when it was, we were just experimenting with this and figuring it all out. Also quite horrifying. So I definitely can understand why this didn't persist as a kids show. It's very scary.
So it was scary. I've seen it when I was 11 years old. My friend had a VHS of it, and they lent it to me, and I watched it and was so confused, and it kind of felt like it was from like a parallel universe. So you're on 4 out of 5 correct guesses, Tim.
Oh my God.
Can you get the last
Here
one?
it comes. Here it goes. All it took was 19 episodes, and I've finally found my groove. AJ, be kind to me. Let me have this.
Okay. Wild is a 2014 American adventure film which follows a young boy who decides to explore the crawl space under his house, where he discovers a family of pumas live, as well as a swarm of killer wasps and a river inhabited by alligators. The boy's mother, played by Reese Witherspoon, sets out to rescue her son as he navigates the dangerous ecosystem which thrives beneath the house.
Aspects of this sound familiar. I know there's a movie called Wild. I just don't know what it's... I'm going to go with my gut and say it's real.
Tim, I'm sorry.
Fuck.
And you know what? I feel really bad because it's kind of a trick question as well, because there is a 2014 film called Wild starring Reese Witherspoon, but I dreamt this last night after I'd eaten a bunch of pizza. And it is not the same film. But my dream did have Reese Witherspoon in it. So.
AJ, I would much rather that you were just like straight up with me and played fair rather than gave me an easy one and I won all 5. You know what I mean? Like, I want to earn the victory. And God willing, one day I will. I'm okay with 4 out of 5. That's like a B+.
It's true, yeah.
Hey, tell me while I've got you, AJ, what's happening on Cult Popture at the moment? You've been fucking around with some screenwriters and getting the good word.
Yeah, so as some people will know, we made a video about a month ago on American Pie, because there's a new American Pie movie coming out this year, which is crazy because you can't make teen sex comedies anymore because they're really problematic, and that was sort of what the video was about, and sort of predicting what it would be. And yesterday I got tweeted by a man named Chuck Norris, who is the editor for American Pie Presents Girls' Rules, and he said that he thinks I will really like it, and that he might be able to sort out a preview screening for me.
Wow.
Which is amazing. And he also said it comes out in a few months. So thank you, Chuck Norris.
And have you, always thank you, Chuck Norris. Have you gotten to the bottom of where that apostrophe sits? Because I know this was a big deal.
So yeah, the title is Girls Rules, but different places will spell it differently. I asked him. He says he doesn't know.
Oh my God!
He actually tagged another editor in the conversation, saying they might have a better idea of what's going on. But that's so great that I picked up on what seems to be a genuine bone of contention within the behind-the-scenes production team of this.
It's a very,
anomaly of film.
very funny thing to not have nailed at this point of there being, at least teaser trailers and a little bit of collateral leaking out into the internet for it that you're still not totally sure what the title is. Keep fighting the good fight, AJ, and thank you, Chuck Norris. And if anyone wants to listen to a good-ass podcast, you should seek out Cult Pop Shit, and you should also look them up on YouTube if you haven't already. I'll catch you later, my friend. Oh, in fact,
all right.
Hey, why don't we throw to the next segment together, eh?
Okay, what is
this
it?
This is Here Today, Gone Tomorrow. You excited?
Here it is.
This nice.
Kia ora koutou. Welcome back to another episode of Here Today, Gone Tomorrow, where I'm your host Hennessy, and every episode I hide random objects in my hair, and you've got to try and guess what's in there. And it's a fun wee game we can all play together. So last episode, I think I hid about 23 cigarettes in my hair, which is quite impressive if you ask me. I don't know how it does it, but I decided to keep with the same format this time, and I've hidden a certain amount of pens in my hair currently. And you've got to try and guess how many are actually in there. But the thing is that I lost count. I genuinely can't remember how many are in there. So we're just gonna find out together. It could be 7, could be 35. I have no idea. And so I want you to place your bets down below of how many pens you think are currently in my hair while I perform a rendition of Freestyler by Bomb Funk MCs off the top of my head. So Freestyler starts off with the and it goes brow, and then there's this guitar bit that goes broom, 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 and then it goes and it goes freestyler, burn, rock a microphone, burn, burn, straight from the top of my freestyler, burn, rock a microphone, burn, burn, yo with the freestyler, burn, 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 burn. I got the flow on, I got the flow on, but the rock, the run, na 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 like Celine Dion. Come a chameleon, he's straight from the top of my rope as I rock a microphone, ears straight from the top of my dome as I rock a microphone, ears straight from the top of my dome as I rock a microphone, boom 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 boom. Oh my god, why didn't I just do that? Now time for the big reveal of how many pens are in my hair, and you can probably see some of them already because I got way too into trying to film that freestyler video, but we'll ignore that. Remember, I have no idea how many are in here, and pretty much all of them are caught on knots at the moment, so it's extremely painful, but let's start counting them. So we'll start with the obvious. 1, 2, 3. This one's really stuck. 4. 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, I think? 16, yeah. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, and I think we are all done. 21 pins in my hair. That's not too bad considering I washed my hair the other day, so it should be not as knotty, but just for reference, this is how many pins were currently in my hair. So thanks a lot for playing. Oh, wait, there was a mystery pin. It just fell down. So there's technically 22 pins in my hair. So thank you all so much for playing Here Today, Gone Tomorrow. I'm your host, Hennessy. Feel free to check me out on social media, Hennessy G. And otherwise, keep it groovy. I don't know how to end these videos, so bye.
Hennessy G, 23 pins in the hair, and that means that D in the comments is our winner, who nailed it exactly. Incredible stuff. Mark Mansfield, graphic artist who's contributed a lot to the show, got pretty close, but not as close as D. Her hair is like a TARDIS. Yeah, absolutely. Like it looks big, it looks roomy, but the sheer volume of stuff that she can fit in there is just incredible. More than just secrets. Things. 23 pins, man. Mind blowing. Follow her on Twitter. She's a good follow too. I highly recommend it. We're going to be playing very soon Are You Smarter Than a New Zealand Celebrity? Which means, you know what fun game we're going to play first? Get in touch with me on Skype and hopefully it works. Go find us. Fire up your Skype account. Go to forgotten password because it's been like 4 or 5 years since you used it. Last used calling your grandpa. Figure out how to reset it. Go to your Gmail. Get that new account going. Open up Skype. Search for thisishappeningshow@gmail.com. Give the show a wave. And then you could be the competitor against our New Zealand celebrity happening very soon. Congratulations today on that last segment. That is a well-deserved win there. Right now, though, it's time for us to get the second part of Sudsy's four-parter. And Sudsy, I know that you're probably watching. My apologies sincerely for cutting the last little bit off part one. But here we go. Here's part two.
Here we go. Number 3 for the day. It's a bit windy. And lucky number 3. What are we doing? Go to the top of the Centre Point Tower. Yes!
For as long as I can remember, the Centre Point Tower has been my favourite building in Sydney. It's so tall, it's got this cool shape, and as far as I can tell, it doesn't serve any real purpose.
Shannon, this is a very cultural journey for you, isn't it? Because your dad used to work in the Centre Point Tower.
He did. Tell us all a little about that. Well, I'm very vague on the details. I don't remember much. My dad worked there.
Despite Shannon's paternal expertise, it took us a little while to figure out how to actually get inside the belly of the beast, as it were. Mercifully, this beast had information signs all throughout its digestive tract, and I think that's where we leave that metaphor. Like many great adventurers before us, we took a moment to watch a 4D introductory movie ahead of our ascent. If I'm not mistaken, Mary Kingsley did this very same thing the morning she climbed Mount Cameroon.
Come on, Shannon, we've got a movie to watch.
Having successfully conquered all 4 dimensions of cinema, the time came for Shannon and I to begin our 900-foot journey into the sky. Bravely, we took the lift. And 45 seconds later, we emerged into the blinding light of an ever so slightly closer sun.
Enjoy the view.
Alright, this is much higher than I thought. I wish we could jump. Nope.
Standing there, high above the unambitious ground dwellers, two things struck my mind. The first was something to do with the beauty of the unbreakable human spirit that I don't really remember and probably isn't important. The second was that the very loud Ed Sheeran that they were playing on the observation deck was going to make this footage largely unusable thanks to copyright. And for that reason, we're all going to enjoy the far better music of Georgia Marley, or as I call her, the Australian Sheeran.
The best thing about that kiss was the look on his face. And the best wine I've ever had was a $4 bottle of gossips. But I play board games with my friends and they remind me that I am subject to them loving me. I'm a chapter in our legacy and I'm still trying to wrap my head around it.
Our next adventure was drawn at the top of the Centrepoint Tower, so I'm just going to have to tell you what we got. Go to the Italian Forum and find a nonna. In 1971, there were 66,000 Italians living in Sydney. One of those 66,000 Italians was, and remains, my nonna. Now, I intended to increase the number of nonnas in both my and Shannon's lives by 100%. And the best way to catch a nonna is to think like a nonna.
Oh, Shannon, do you feel Italian today?
Spaghetti.
Okay.
If Leichhardt is the mecca for Italians in Sydney, then the Italian Forum is the Kaaba. Unfortunately, on the day we were there, the Kaaba was bare. Thank you.
I do have a nonna myself, so it should be easy. I've got the feel for it. I know what a nonna looks like, sounds like, feels like. Let's go find one.
We spent close to 2 hours in the IF, as the locals call it, and saw maybe 15 people at most. None of them Italian.
C'è un nonna qui.
In the most heartbreaking moment of my life so far, we resigned ourselves to the fact that there would be no new nonnas today. So, as we watch me and Shannon mangiare, let me share with you some facts about my motherland. There are more than 200 different shapes of pasta. Italy is the 5th most visited country in the world. While most countries will eat a salad before or alongside their main meal, Italians will normally eat their salad after.
That's Sudsy, aka Lachlan, the Aussie legend. I love his bits. He's so cool. Step right up, folks. Step right up for the greatest game in the world. Are you smarter than a New Zealand celebrity? Just go to Skype, and search. Here it is. thisishappeningshow@gmail.com, and then find the account and give it a wave to be playing very soon. Before we get into that game though, you need to give me a wave right now so we can get that set up. I've got something very special that everyone is going to be excited about. It's part 1 of 2 parts. It is the latest edition of Loud Cooking from Callum.
Hello, hi, good evening, and welcome to this episode 6 of Loud Cooking, which is a midnight snack. Tonight, I've decided that it's time I crack into the crumpets that I bought earlier this evening at the supermarket, and so that's what I'm going to do. To help me with that, I'm bringing back an old friend, back from what we thought would be the Loud Cooking graveyard, but no. Please welcome Toaster Cam. There's a plot twist. So Toaster Cam is going to be keeping an eye on the crumpet, and I was like, oh, we can't just have a crumpet. That's what you want to eat, but it's kind of boring. So let's go over to our cooking shelf and see if we can't find out what the secret bonus guest is. Do you see it? No, you probably can't because my head's in the way. It's popcorn. We got more popcorn, baby. We're doing night popcorn night. That's right. We're going back to the drawing board with popcorn. was the original. And, you know, I got to be honest, it's like, it's not always about the sound of the cooking. Sometimes it's also about the food. So we're going to see if I can, if I learned anything the last time I did this. And you know what? I think I have learned something since the last time. And we're going to find out if speed is one of the things. It'll be a race against the clock between the toaster cam and my ability to make popcorn. Put myself to the test. Alright, I'm just going to prepare my things. Huh? Alright, so I've got the pan out. I've got the crumpets by the toaster. Nice one, toaster cam. So we're just about ready to start. Place your bets. Alright. Taking off my headphones. Okay, cool. Here we go. So when I put the toaster down, that'll be when the race begins. And then I'll just run back and start making popcorn. Like that plastic. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. All right. All right. So that's on. Great. Olive oil. Cool. All right. Fuck. I gotta be kind of a little bit quiet because it's midnight. My flatmates are asleep. All right, shake the pan up a bit with this spoon. It's already smoking quite a bit. Let's check back in on toaster cam. Great. I don't know where to know. All right, sounds like it's cooking. I can't tell if the dial means that it's on 1 or 5. So it's either on its slowest setting or one of its longest. So either my crumpet could go any second, or it's going to burn. Let's take a break and we'll come back. We're going to see who's going to win.
What's up, players? That was Callum. I even got a chyron for him today. How cool is that? Now it's time for something completely different. As some old, very out of it British men once said like 40 years ago, and then a big fucking foot would come and crush them. You smarter than a celeb. It's time to play Are You Smarter Than a New Zealand Celebrity? And the New Zealand celebrity today is Melanie Bracewell. Oh. I love that. Hot takes are the best takes, after all. How spicy are the takes? What are they talking about?
Answer. She's more of a strutter and a poser.
I just had your audio off, sorry, Mel, by mistake. Who are we talking about again for the audience? Taylor Britney Spears? Swift. Oh, Taylor Swift. Swiftie. Yeah.
Very hot take.
Strawn, it's so nice to see you stepping up to the plate.
Someone had to do it, eh? I'll volunteer myself as tribute.
Well, God bless you for doing so. We've got a fun game, folks. We've got such a great game. This is Are You Smarter Than a New Zealand Celebrity? It's essentially, it's like a one round of a pub quiz, but more fun, and there's like a theme to it, you know?
I love it.
So we got 10 questions, Mel. Some of them are true or false. Some of them are multi-choice. You buzz in simply by saying your name, and whoever does that first gets first opportunity to answer. That makes sense, right?
I respect that. That's good.
Pretty straightforward. All right. Well, today our theme, I don't know if you know this, Mel, but our theme is time, both the concept, sort of the dimension, temporal sense, but also the herb.
Oh, I've heard of it.
So I'm going to give you questions on both. Here's the first one. True or false? Strahan, can I just hear your buzzer?
Strahan.
Mel, can I hear your buzzer?
Mel.
Sick. Okay, true or false? Thyme is one of KFC's 11 secret herbs and spices.
Mel.
Mel was first, yes.
False. They're secret. You don't know.
Strahan, would you like to have a run at this one?
Heck, man, I'll say true.
And you'd be absolutely correct. You've earned yourself a point.
I was a KFC cook for 3 weeks in 2002, so I kind of cheated.
The questions are obviously catered to you, I see.
Ah, catered. That's funny. That's good. The good thing about working at KFC back then is because it was restaurant brands, you got an employee card that gave you a discount off Pizza Hut and Starbucks as well.
Oh shit, I wasn't there long enough. Instead they just paid me in cash 6 months later and maybe signed a thing to say that I'd stop hassling them to pay me.
What ropey K-Fry were you at?
Birkenhead, Highbury Mall.
Oh, shout out. Maybe OSH or, I don't know, employment laws should be checked there.
I feel like, can you hear loud singing or is it just me?
Oh, like at your house? Or are we causing it? I can't hear it so bad. It's all good.
Okay, that's fine.
There's a lot of AI that Skype's applying to get rid of that, so we can just hear you, Mel. Okay, next question is also true or false. True or false, thyme is one of the herbs and spices used by ancient Egyptians to preserve mummies.
Strahan.
Strahan.
False.
Mel, do you want to take the opposing side?
I'm going to say true.
And Mel, you'd be absolutely right.
Yeah.
The scores are...
Sitting back and waiting for the other person to get it wrong is kind of to be the winning strategy.
All right, here's your third question, which you will be pre-prepared for in the same way that Strahan was by having work experience at KFC. If you've dated any arsehole American or Canadians, you might have a step up for this one. How long is a game of lacrosse?
Oh.
And the closest answer will win.
Okay, I'm going to go Mel.
Mel.
I'm going to say 48 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Strahan?
I feel like the sneaky answer would just be to say 49 minutes, but I'm gonna say 2.5 hours.
Well, you'd be very wrong, Strahan. It's 1 hour. It's 4 quarters of 15 minutes, which means Mel takes out the point there.
Hey.
It's so strange. There's a real look to lacrosse players. It's like a real handsome douchebag.
Oh, it's hot.
Is it?
Actually, I did go on a date with a lacrosse player recently, actually.
Did you?
Yeah. Well,
do we have them in New Zealand?
But, recently enough as in this year.
Mm-hmm. Pre-lockdown, I take it.
Yeah.
How did the date go, Mel?
He was cute. He was good. He was great.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, nice. I was expecting a real horrible story of some arsehole dude, but I'm glad it went okay. That's nice. Mel's ahead by 1 point right now. Here's our fourth question. Clocks on satellites run at a slightly different speed than clocks on Earth. Einstein figured out that this would be a problem in his theory of what? Strahan.
Relativity?
Absolutely right. You're a smart man. That's good.
Yes.
If you only know one of his theories, that's the best one.
Oh, man, all those years of watching young Einstein are really paying off. I think he's serious.
Oh, it's like, is that a series? Man, I can't even remember that movie, but I must have seen it like 5 or 6 times when I was a kid. It seemed like that VHS that we always got out as a family.
Yeah, man. Glad to hear that you had a good childhood too.
Yeah, dog, it's pretty good. That and Short Circuit. Ever heard of it?
Yes.
You know about Short Circuit, Mel?
No.
I suspect you might be a little young. It's very good.
Okay. All right.
It's got a good weed reference in it too, even though it's made for kids. I never got it as a child, but now I'm like, sick.
Yeah.
Fifth question, and this one is a movie question, and Back to the Future, and this is a multi-choice as well. And Back to the Future, Marty McFly travels from 1985 to 1955 and gets hit on by who?
Mel.
Oh, okay. Multi-choice, but yeah, go for it.
Oh no! Oh, it's his mum, right?
It is his mum. Yeah, absolutely. Well done. Do you want to hear the funny options I
for
have?
the multi-choices like an idiot.
You got burned for playing by the rules.
Idiot. Sorry, I'm going.
Well, then no one will ever hear the hilarious multi-choice answers that I came up with. And this puts.
Hit us with them.
Sorry.
Okay, well, the options were former US First Lady Barbara Bush, his dad's high school English teacher, a dog that Doc Brown gave a human brain to, or his mum. And disgustingly, it was his mum.
I want to see the one. I want to see the movie where it's the dog. Sounds cool.
Does sound cool, eh? Go and make it, man. Be the movie you want to see in the world where a guy time travels and falls in love with a dog.
I've always.
Question number 6, and it's anyone's game at this point, even though Mel is one ahead. 6. What is going on at your house, Mel?
Oh, I do not know.
Okay, cool.
I'm watching what I think are Alan interviews, and I guess like thriving in the state of being that I guess Alan is going through at the moment.
Is she? How is she still on? Right at this point.
Yeah, it's probably one of the kind of worst lockdowns for her reputation than any of us.
Right. We've all had a tricky time at the moment, but
Hey.
I think Alan, deservedly so, has had a shocker.
Oh boy. Anyway.
Question number 6. Which one of these statements is true about the author of A Brief History of Time, astrophysicist Stephen Hawking? There are 3 lies, there's 1 truth. Here are the options. A. He was briefly addicted to methamphetamines in the 1990s. B. He left his wife for his nurse while wheelchair bound. C. He once punched a student in the face who questioned his theory of black holes. Or D. He was found out to be a fraud and a different scientist wrote most of A Brief History of Time.
Wait, is 1 true or is 1 false?
Now,
1 is true. Only one of them is true.
Around with follow-up questions, and I've
Go on, Mel. All right.
I'm going to say D is false.
3 of them are false. 1 of them is true. So you pick the one that you think is true.
Okay, wait.
You came in so hot and so cocksure.
The one is that he left his partner for his nurse.
You think that's true?
Yes.
Strahan, do you want to pick one?
No, I'm pretty confident on that one as well. I know
You
I won't
reckon
get
it's
the
that-
point, but hey.
Yeah. Well, you're both absolutely correct. What a player. Which puts Mel 2 points ahead. Fancy that though, eh?
Yeah, man.
Like,
But
I don't think...
movie with Eddie Redmayne, so that's how we know. Don't even have to know
true.
about Stephen Hawking, but we know about the movie.
I guess this is just another movie question.
Yeah.
That's I guess good on him in a way, you know, like equal opportunity leaving your wife for a nurse.
Yeah, man.
You can do it if you put your mind to it, even if you're in a wheelchair. We've all been there. Question number 7. In ancient Greece, thyme, the herb, was a symbol of what? And this is multi-choice. Is it A, wealth, B, courage, C, fuckability, or D, holiness?
Now,
Mal?
I reckon wealth, because it's green like that paper money we love.
Yeah, that the Greeks were so famous for. And Strahan, do you want to pick a different one?
Sorry, could you repeat what the first 2 were?
Wealth, courage, fuckability.
I'll go with courage.
Courage, you'd be absolutely right, Strahan. Well done. Back in the game, baby.
All right.
Now it's still 1 point ahead, but we got enough that you could catch up here. This is exciting stuff.
Oh,
I am loving this.
oh damn it.
Hey Mel, can you? This is getting a lot of comments. Can you move the cursor off of the? Oh, you have. It's gone now. It was there before. Question number 8. You're still ahead, Mel. It's going to be all right. Closest answer wins. Hands on buzzers. How long does it take for light to get to us on Earth from the sun?
Strawn.
Yeah.
7 years. 7 years.
No.
7 years. Mel Bracewell, do you want to have a run at it?
It's definitely not true.
Strawn looks devastated.
You know, like. I think it's like, I don't know, 16 minutes or something.
Pretty close. It's 8 minutes and 20 seconds.
Hey, congratulations on not being off by a ridiculous amount.
I see what you mean though, because there are certain stars that we see that have already died, but the sun is alive.
It's a lot closer.
Yeah.
2 questions remain. There is a points gap of 2, which means that if Strawn nails both of these, we'll have to go to a tiebreaker, which doesn't exist yet. So
count on it. It's okay. I've got this.
Pray for us all. Question number 9, and that famous humility that Mel is known for. This is a true or false. Time contains a numbing agent, and if you rub it on your genitals, it has a similar effect to Durex Play tingling lubricant. True or false? Strawn.
False.
Mel?
I'm going to say true.
Strawn, you're absolutely right.
Ah, damn.
Which means we're now at 5-4. Okay, it's another one of those closest answer wins ones. How many seconds in a day? Strawn.
6,000.
6,000.
Mel. 65,000.
65,000 is actually pretty close. It's 86,500. 86,400 to be precise.
Really bad at guessing crazy numbers.
Yeah, hey, that's all good, man. We've all got our skills, which means, Strawn, you're very clever.
In there, but you know, we all know, you know, who the more intelligent person is, and that's what this game is designed for, and that's good.
That's absolutely right. Yeah. Congratulations, Mel. Well done to you.
Ooh, what a relief, actually. I would have felt so upset if I lost.
I can imagine.
Strawn, how do you feel? Are you all right with this outcome?
No,
you going to be okay?
I mean, it's pretty upsetting, but I definitely deserved it. The numbers don't lie.
Yeah.
That's kind of harsh.
I feel ashamed because, like, it's me. Like, if it was another celebrity, then you'd be like, oh, shit, I could have beaten them. But because you can go, well, I didn't have a chance, you know?
Name names, Mel, while we've got you on the phone. Who do you want to drag as being a stupid, famous Kiwi?
I'm going to say Lord.
You North Shore girls, you just never bury the hatchet.
I know if you're watching this, we're good. We're good.
I would love to get Ella on at some point for this quiz. We're just going to get her people in touch with my people. Thank you both so much for playing. Strawn, I'm so sorry that you're not smarter than a New Zealand celebrity, but I appreciate your time.
Thank you. It's been fun.
Yeah.
I'm glad. Goodbye to both of you. Bye.
Bye.
Are you smarter than a celeb? Well, now we have our answer, don't we? The answer today is no. Thank you very much to Melanie Bracewell, who you can see on TV all the time, in all sorts of ways on television shows. Have you been paying attention? Usually that one. Not hosting it though, she often gets confused for Hayley Sproul, but they're different people as it turns out. Hey, I got another special treat for you. It's the third part of Sudsy's adventure. Check it out.
Okay. My goodness. Go to the nearest op shop. Each of you buys the other person a piece of clothing that must be worn for the remainder of the adventure. There's a $15 limit.
Before setting off on any adventure, Marco Polo would always buy one new piece of clothing to take with him. He believed it gave him good luck, and on his deathbed he claimed that this was one of the reasons he was able to travel so far.
Now, none of that is true, but it does give what we're about to do a much bigger sense of occasion.
Here we go. Italian activewear.
What the Italian forum lacked in nonnas, it made up for in clothes shops. It took us all of 2 minutes to stumble across this goldmine. Shannon carried his tiny little body inside first, leaving me to mull over my options.
I think I already know what I want to get him, because he famously hates wearing shorts, and they've got some football shorts over there. So I might have a look at them while we're out here. Here he comes. Did you buy anything? Yeah.
I spent a significantly longer amount of time inside that shop than Shannon did, and even enlisted the help of one of the ladies behind the counter to make sure I got this purchase absolutely spot on.
How do people actively walk? I hate every single little bit about this. I hate myself too. Oh, I think someone heard me say that. That's pretty awkward. Anyway.
Costumes in hand, we headed off to the toilets.
Why are we going inside the toilet?
Well, it's to get changed.
You don't have to change for me.
Oh, you do.
Oh, God, no.
Okay. Shannon, what's your favourite piece of clothing?
I like to wear socks.
Okay. I got you a pair of shorts.
I hate them.
I know. So you can go and put them on in the toilet. What have you got for me?
So, are they like stealing super streams? So I got to use metal.
I won't say which one of us enjoyed this adventure more than the other, but I will say that only one of us got asked if we were a rapper at a train station later that day.
Come here, Leslie. I'm going to get a picture.
That's sudsy. I got very concerned I was going to cut it off again like I did the first time, so I got all gun shy. But there's his tag. I like this multi-part adventure that he's taking us on. It very much feels like a television show, the stuff that Sudsy puts together. I've said it before and I'll say it again. The guy's got a bright, bright future in the media. He's very good at what he does. We had some questions on what the total tally is for Are You Smarter Than a Celeb? I think we've played it something like 6 or 7 times, and I'm going by gut here, but I believe the celebrities are ahead by a couple of points, which is a slight worry, but kind of good, I guess, that we're uplifting smart people and not just dumb idiots like they do in America. Take that, you fucking Yanks. I know you're not watching because the time zone's all off with this one. All right, I've got something I've got to queue up. It's a mate's book that I want to promote to you all, especially if you're a parent or you've got a kid in your life. But I've got to like add some pictures and stuff. So before we do that, I've got a great song to play for you. Now this was sent to me by a band. They got in touch called The Bigfoots. They've sent me a music video for their track Back to the Start. And these boys are from Temuka, which is in Canterbury, and it's a little town with a population of 4,000. Basically, it's got a school and a little trucking business, and these guys. So enjoy this. This is the Bigfoots.
Shut the fridge while you're at it too.
Let me go back, I wanna go back. Your heart will attack, you stab me in the back. Let me go back, I wanna go back. Your heart will attack, you stab me in the back. Let me go back to how it was. 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 If we can turn the clock back and never look back, your heart will attack, stab me in the back. Let me go back, I wanna go back. Your heart will attack, you stab me in the back. Let me go back to how it was. 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 to how it was. Let me go back to how it was. Let me go back to how it was. Let me go back to how it was.
No, you can't dance. Or maybe you can.
Meow, 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 meow.
Woof.
Hell yeah, that's the Bigfoots from Temuka. Legendary. I'm so glad that that kind of like fun skate music is still around, that it didn't go anywhere. That's great. I'm glad that's alive and well, especially in the high schools. That's where you got to play it. Just makes you want to like go to a party and break something in a good way. Nothing like that anyone needs. Just, you know, something that's fun to break. I'm trailing off. Hey, listen. I want to promote my mate's book. My mate Lucy wrote this beautiful book called The Grumbles, and she said, do you want to give one away? And I was like, hell yeah, man, I'll give one away. That's awesome. It's a beautiful kid's book that she's written about when you're a kid and you're going through stressful times. And she's sort of like personified the bad feelings into these gorgeous little monsters and written this gorgeous book that's illustrated all about it. If you'd like a copy, if you've got a kid in your life, send me an email. I've got one copy to give away to a New Zealander that we can get out to you. thisishappeningshow@gmail.com. I'm going to just read the last page here, which is the Grumble song. Here it is. The Grumble song. Laugh the grumbles away, laugh the grumbles away. Say goodbye to grumbles. Today is not their day. Dance the grumbles away, dance the grumbles away. Say goodbye to grumbles. Today is not their day. That's the beautiful conclusion for a book that teaches you how to deal with the grumbles, which is something I certainly could have needed on Sunday or on Monday, or perhaps earlier today, as my body was dealing with all of the decisions that I had made on Saturday. The Grumbles is also, it's real, if you buy it as an ebook, it's like $5. In fact, it's $4.60 on Kobo, which is just crazy. And you can get it on Mighty Ape as well if you just Google the Grumbles book NZ. Really beautiful thing. And yeah, please, if you got a kid in your life, send me an email. You could win one. thisishappeningshow@gmail.com. Just tell me who you are and where you are and that you want the book. Beautiful stuff. Love that. Writing a book. What a thing. I'll write a book one day. I think it'd be good. We had Stryan Cole on earlier, and I tell you what, we're about to have him again because this is the latest edition of Safari Lockdown.
It stretches yonder like this motorway out the horizon. This motorway I ain't been on for lockdown days, stretched to lockdown weeks and months. I can only look from here in the indoors, just me and my Venus flycatcher. But the lockdown, well, she's easing up. We can go out yonder outdoors again. And it's calling me this horizon, but there's been one more thing calling out to me. It calls my name, it whispers and screams. This ungodly haunted meeting of the spirits and corrugated iron in my own yard. Well, she's overgrown with plants and with the ancient stories, what's going on inside. I don't know quite how to get around it, quite how to escape it, quite how to get inside of it. But one of these days it's gonna get me, it's gonna catch me, just like time is inevitable.
That is the latest lockdown safari. I love that. And I guess that might be the last one because we in New Zealand are sort of like slowly transitioning out of there. That's where you can check out Strahan's website, and I cannot implore you to do that enough. He is a truly gifted visual artist in addition to being a fucking good muso too. A lot of strings in that bow, that's for sure. And he almost was smarter than a celebrity, but not quite, because you can't have everything in this life. What you can have though is a movie that I was supposed to play on the last episode, happening number 18, but unfortunately I didn't because I missed it, and that happens from time to time. Oh god, I haven't added it to this one either. I got to make sure that I play this time. My word. So Connor sent us a film ages ago, and then this is basically like a sequel to it, which is incredible. And if memory serves, he actually made this entire thing during the lockdown in the 48-hour film competition. So, oh man, I might have to play something else actually and track it down because I can't believe I've lost it again. But it's really good and really clever, and it's doing a bit of that movie magic, some camera tricks. In fact, I think I've got it here. Yeah, here it is. The film is called Third Wheel, and it's really great. So just fucking enjoy this. This is from Connor Bowden. This is Third Wheel, a sequel to his other movie that he sent us. I'm sorry, I can't remember the title right now.
Sorry, not available at the moment. Please leave a message after the tone. Sorry, not available at the moment. 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 Please leave a message after the tone. Sorry, but only silence was recorded. Please check that your phone's not on mute and try again.
Yeah. Yeah, you know.
Sorry, not available at the moment. Please leave a message after the tone.
Damn, Connor, you scary. Scary talented, that is. Hell of a film. What a great story. It was quite freaky, though, as well. unbelievable that he made that in 48 hours. The whole thing, conceived of, written, created, edited together inside 2 days. And I mean, obviously by himself. Probably had some help from those clones, maybe on the post-production aspects, but you know, it's still credit where it's due. Connor, incredible job. Had to look for some social media, accounts or whatever to shout him out, but all I found was his link on Crew List, which I don't know if that's very useful. I'm not sure if the audience is big enough for me to share his Crew List page, which is where you get crew to do, your short films in the weekends and whatnot. Hot damn, I love that. We got some business to wrap up. Namely, I want to see the fourth part of Sudsy's adventure, trying to catch up to Felix, what's his name? The guy who did the skydive out from space. Incredible. Let's see what Sudsy's up to.
Go to Woi Woi. Oh, so far away. Yep, alright, we're going to Woi Woi. Well, if we're going to Woi Woi...
It's near water?
It is, but there's another place that's so close to Woi Woi, we may as well go there. Let's go and have an adventure.
No fortune's faded, I can decipher you. Stuck in the past, not knowing what to do. You're here, but now is not the wind. How can
Our adventures so far had led us nearly 100 kilometers away from home, but we still had a little bit more to go.
swim if I could have lied? I still lay in this
What's that?
That, everybody, is the Skillion, a very tall, very steep hill at the end of Terrigal Beach. And to finish off our adventure, we are about to climb it.
I play pretend, doors locked inside your heart.
Up we go.
Your fragrance stains a million miles apart.
Before he jumped from space and fell 39,000 feet back to Earth, Felix Baumgartner uttered these words. Sometimes you have to be really high up to see just how small you are. Standing there at the top of the Skillion, nobody could say that me and Shannon weren't very high up. But we didn't feel small. Not even a bit. How could we, having done so many adventures in one day? When he said those words, Felix Baumgartner had barely done one adventure, so respectfully, he's inexperienced and doesn't know what he's talking about. No, we didn't feel small at all. We were mammoths. Good night.
Phenomenal stuff as always from Sudsy. Thank you so much. Let me get you. Oh, Kyron's already there. Look at that. I was just reading up on Felix Baumgartner. I got his Wikipedia page in front of me. Austrian skydiver, daredevil, base jumper. Best known for jumping to Earth from a helium balloon from the stratosphere in 2012. I remember when he did that. I guess we were all freaked, because he did that in October, we were all freaking out about the world ending. I think that was December 2012 that was supposed to be happening. And it was a big Red Bull stunt. I remember that. I feel like he kind of screwed it up, but he didn't die. Is that what happened? Seems like he might have. He broke skydiving records for exit altitude, vertical free fall, and vertical speed without a drogue. I don't know what that is. Maybe that's one of those emergency chutes. I'm not sure. He still holds 2 of the records. Well, fair play to him. He's alive, and that's what matters. Skydiving from space. I think at that point you probably need more stuff to do, to be honest. Thanks, Sudsy. I feel like I'm really glossing over your fantastic contribution. It's bloody good. And also got a lot of comments on Connor's credentials. AJ went to broadcasting school with him and has highly recommended him. Tried to get on his crew list page and I couldn't because I don't have a login for it, but he's got an IMDb, which means he's a bloody big deal. Look at these credits, everyone. The social director, blam, there's a good looking poster. I want to see that film. Wrote and directed that. Probably can't send that into happening. That's probably more of like a feature. You know, you got to do the whole play the game instead of send it into some muppet who sometimes forgets to turn the sound on a streaming show. This is his LinkedIn though. We've got access to that. That's pretty cool. Assistant editor at South Pacific Pictures. Tell you what, Connor Bowden means business. I appreciate you watching the show and sending your fabulous art in, my friend. Good stuff. Hey, speaking of concluding chapters, we've got to find out what happens in the second of 2 parts of this edition of one of my faves, one of your faves. It's Loud Cooking.
And oh, it's popping. We got poppage. Fuck. Check back in on Toaster Cam. I can't believe it. This is a real 2-horse race. Now the reason I just want to say about this is a good pro tip about the mesh thing. I should shut up. But you want to let the steam out so the popcorn kernels don't like curl up real small. Wilt. Still no sign of that crumpet. I think it's on 5. Oh shit. I gotta pull it. Alright, let's go have a look at that crumpet. Alright, so we've got our bowl of unflavoured popcorn and an uncovered crumpet. Here's the thing that I wanted to show you guys. We're going to melt some butter. Got my butter, got my little knife. And let's chuck a bit in there. Now that butter's melting in the bottom of the bowl, I'm also going to put some butter on my crumpet. Just a little butter. Alright, going to put my popcorn in my bowl. Give it a swizzle. And salt. That's sounds really nice. Fuck. not even secret pepper on that. Honestly, secret pepper just makes you sneeze. Alright, let's get some cheese on this bad boy. Alright. Salt and pepper. The Buzz Aldrin and the two famous spacemen of condiments. And finally, Kaitai fire. Right, let's give it a shake. Incredible. That's got to be top 5 sounds of the season. That's it. I didn't know that I needed another reason to love Kaitai Fire, but turns out it sounds great. Clean the palate. Alright, let's try this crumpet. Oh my god. I'm really sorry that you guys couldn't eat that as well. That's amazing. Thank you guys. This has been Loud Cooking. I'll see you again.
A star is born right there. I think if there's going to be one outcome from this show, this whole experiment in live streaming in Aotearoa during lockdown because of the COVID, it's going to be Callum becoming a celebrity chef. I don't like ASMR stuff. Is that I think I used the right letters in the acronym. Because it's people doing stuff like whispering and making a lot of mouth noises and like clicking their fingernails against stuff. Those are not the sounds that I like. I like the sounds that Callum makes. I like the popcorn. I like the Kaitai fire bottle, you know? I've been on a real journey on that segment because the first one, as the people in the comments section pointed out, rightly so, it was popcorn. And now we've ended on popcorn. It is a circle, like time. The concept of time. Maybe the herb, if you sort of make it into a wreath, then that would also be a circle. But from memory, the first time that Callum did the popcorn secret pepper was yes, yes, yes. This time, no, no, no. We live and we learn and we grow and we change. That's going to be our episode of Happening number 19. Can you believe it? 19 episodes already. Thank you so much to everyone for joining me as an audience member, as a contributor, as a live guest. Thank you to AJ for delivering some beautiful cheese dream and plot synopsis combos. Always enjoy those. Thank you to Melanie Bracewell for joining us for Are You Smarter Than a New Zealand Celebrity, and to Stryan Cole, who was a formidable challenger, but unfortunately just couldn't take it out against our very, very smart, famous people in this country. I've had a ball tonight. I'm looking forward to the last episode of this season, which is, what day is it today? It's Tuesday, right? Yeah, it's going to be on Friday morning New Zealand time. We're going to do a best of, just going to be playing some of our favourite bits. Maybe tell me what your favourite bits are. Send it through on the Twitter or the email. You can get those accounts. Just go to happeningshow.com, all in one place. You can also see all of the previous episodes of this show. It's going to be nice. Then we're going to take a little bit of a break after that best of. And I feel like we shake things up a little bit. You know what I mean? Let's change some things. Let's get inventive. Might touch up the set. Add some more cameras. I didn't even do one of these today. I've got a desk cam. I think I did one. Now you got two. But I do appreciate you joining me. We'll catch you in the next one. This has been Happening number 19 on the theme of time. Goodbye.
Devouring time, blunt thou the lion's paws, and make the earth devour her own sweet brood. Pluck the keen teeth from the fierce tiger's jaws, and burn the long-lived phoenix in her blood. Make glad and sorry seasons as thou fleet'st, and do whate'er thou wilt, swift-footed time, to the wide world and all her fading sweets. But I forbid thee one most heinous crime. O carve not with thy hours my love's fair brow, nor draw no lines there with thine antique pen. Him in thy course untainted do allow, for beauty's pattern to succeeding men. Yet do thy worst, old time, despite thy wrong. My love shall in my verse ever live young.